The big day had arrived, the day Izuku would take his first step towards becoming a hero. Even though things didn't go very well for the boy before taking his exam. Flashback. Izuku was in his classroom surrounded by his friends. The green-haired boy, although he wasn't the most popular, was not a lonely boy. Boy 1, hey Izuku, which high school are you going to? Girl 1, yes. I'll go to Ku, hopefully, and you too. Boy 2, yes, that high school will become co-ed, there will be many pretty girls. Izuku, well. I'll go to UA. As soon as he said that, his friends would remain silent for 5 seconds. Boy 1, are you kidding? Why do you want to enter a school full of freaks? Girl 1, just look at that girl over there, her power made my lunch fly away. Izuku, don't say freaks, All Might is the same. Boy 1, All Might is different, on the other hand they only know how to cause trouble. Did you see the damage their fights cause? Izuku, so? Girl 1, what do you mean so? Izuku, it hurts me that you talk like that, don't tell me you didn't want to have a quirk too. The children remained silent. Izuku, I knew it, it's just her envy for not having a quirk, and that girl over there is called Uraka, she's my friend. Boy 1, how can you be friends with a freak? Izuku, because I'm the same. The green-haired boy bent a metal fence until it broke, then he would use his magic to heat it and put it back together, leaving it as if it had done nothing to it. Izuku, now I tell you this, if you could be friends with a freak like me, what does that mean? That we are no different. End flashback. Drag, ignore those kids, they're losers. Izuku, easy to say, I grew to love them. The green-haired boy had the large UA building in front of him. As he entered, he would see more kids. Several stood out for their size, their appearance, or their uniform. At that, a boy with glasses would bump his shoulder into the green-haired boys. Author, note, Izuku will be taller in this story. Oh, excuse me. Izuku, don't worry. I must apologize, I didn't see where I was going so. He bows like a robot. Izuku, I'm back to the same thing. Don't worry. How nice, I'm Ida Tenya. Izuku Midoriya, nice to meet you. Ida, well see you, I hope you get into UA. Izuku, same. Izuku would enter a huge room where you see a lot of boys and girls. Suddenly a man with a very strange haircut, he looked like a rocker. The man was Present Mike, he gave us everything about the written exam we would take to get into the school. Present Mike, okay, this is for the kids with quirks. Some kids looked at each other, while there were some who obviously had quirks, others didn't stand out as much. Present Mike, okay, kids, your physical exam will be after finishing the written exam. You'll have to destroy robots, each robot has a value. The joke of this is to see which students get the most points. But be careful kids, there's a robot with a value of 0 points, it's more of an obstacle, so avoid fighting with it. After that, most people would take their exam. For our green-haired boy the exam was easy to say the least. After finishing this, he went to where he would take his physical exam. Izuku narrates. I was getting ready for the exam, when the bugle sounded and all the students would start running. After a while I already had 38 points, I could see how other students were more than scared by their sum of points. I could see a boy with 6 arms, another who could harden his arms, another dwarf boy with balls on his head. But I saw a girl with pink skin and black eyes, and in the distance her pupils looked yellow. That girl could expel acid from her body, and she also used it to glide to go faster. I was close to that girl for a while, but while fighting 5 2-point robots, I lost sight of her. That's when I realized there were students who couldn't handle the pressure and the competition. Boy, hey, stop cheating. Izuku, huh? Boy, how is it possible that you carry so many robots and don't even show tiredness about your quirk? Izuku, I don't know what you're talking about. Boy, I won't let you take my place to enter UA. Izuku, if you care so much, you better start destroying robots and not attacking another student. The boy would take bone bullets out of his fingers that he began to shoot at me, but it was too easy to dodge them. Get behind him and give him a little push. Izuku, stop wasting my time and your breath. Because my time is worth it. Boy, if I can't be as fast as you, I'll make you slower than me. The boy would continue shooting, but this time all his shots went to my legs. When the idiot was so close to making me angry, a loud bang was heard. We both turned around and saw a robot the size of the largest building in the place. Boy, and it can't be. The robot of 0 points. Izuku, wow, what a good eye. I began to walk slowly away from the robot, while the boy looked at me with hatred. But Drag and I would hear something that prevented us from leaving the place. It hurts. Someone. Whoever it is, help me. Izuku, but it is. Drag, yes, partner, go. I started running towards the place, but as I passed by the boy I felt my legs being pierced by his bullets. I fell next to the boy. Izuku, what the hell is wrong with you? The boy looked at me in fear. Seeing how I was bleeding made the boy react. It seemed like he couldn't believe what he had done. He began to run away from the place. Boy, I'm sorry. Izuku, Drag, do you think you can heal me? Drag, sorry kid, but I can't. Izuku, fuck it then. I started crawling with all my might. Boost, boost, boost. I crawled harder to reach the pink girl's call. She was under some rocks. The robot was already closer to the others. Izuku, calm down. Everything will be okay. Girl, your legs. What happened to you? Izuku, that doesn't matter. Now let's get you out of there. I lifted each rock to reach her. When I tried to get her out of the rubble I couldn't, she was stuck. Girl, go away, leave me. Izuku, don't talk nonsense. With pain all over me, I managed to stand up and reach out my hand to her. Izuku, I want us to be partners at UA. She took my hand and with a scream I managed to pull her out of the rubble. She hugged me, so I carried her for a while and we fell on our backs in front of the robot. The robot looked at us and raised his arm, when she saw that she hugged me tightly while crying. Girl, Ashido Mina, that's my name. Izuku, well Mina. I'm going to ask you a favor. Ashido, yes. Izuku, close your eyes. She closed them and put her face on my shoulder as if accepting what would happen. But I didn't. I raised my left arm and made my glove appear. Izuku, I won't let you die. Boosted gear. Respond to my feelings. The gem in the glove shone very brightly. Drag, boost boost boost. A sphere was created in my hand and I aimed it at the robot. I propelled the sphere with a punch and it impacted against the robot. Ashido narrates. The green-haired boy asked me to close my eyes. I thought he meant we'd both die there, so I covered myself with his shoulder. I thought, how could a stranger die trying to save me? Anyway, I would have liked to get to know him better. Then I screamed at the top of my lungs. Boy, I won't let you die. Boosted gear. Respond to my feelings. Ashido, what did boosted gear say? When I opened my eyes I saw how the green-haired man had a red sphere in his hand. And his left arm was a crimson glove of some kind of armor. When the boy launched the attack I saw how the sphere collided with the robot and the whole place was covered in a red light. When the light finally broke through, I was shocked. The robot's body was half destroyed. That's when an alarm sounded, indicating the exam was over. The boy's glove disappeared, and he just leaned against the rubble with a tired expression. Izuku, wow. That was intense, ha ha ha. Right Mina? The boy gave me such a sincere smile, so. I couldn't contain myself and I threw myself into his arms. I started to cry while saying, thank you repeatedly. He just hugged me back and stroked my hair. Izuku, don't worry. I'll be there to help you. Ashido, blushing. Thank you. What's your name? Izuku, my name is. An old lady approached us. Recovery, are any of you hurt? Ashido, yes, please. Recovery, let me. The old woman kissed him and he started to glow, but his legs were the same. Recovery, how's that weird? Izuku, why is that weird? Recovery, my quirk allows me to heal anyone, but not you. Izuku, well, I think I'll go to the hospital. It won't be necessary. When I turned to see who it was, I was surprised. It was a girl with blood-red hair, tall and with a great body. Her hair reminded me of the green-haired man's glove. She approached us, all the men there looked at her with eyes of love. Girl, don't worry recovery girl, in my office I have what I need to cure him. Recovery, very well Miss Rias but I'll go see him later. Rias, I'll be happy to help you, do you want some tea again? Recovery, yes, it was delicious. When that Rias approached the green-haired boy she stroked his chin. That made me very jealous. She would help the green-haired boy up and take him to him. Izuku, okay Mina, see you later. Ashido, wait, didn't you tell me? I couldn't finish because the girl took him away with a group of robots. Ashido, your name. Meanwhile in the UA teachers' offices. What was that? I couldn't see anything. The cameras couldn't capture anything. Despite recording every part of the false cities there is nothing. Are you sure? Said a thin blonde, with sunken eyes. Blonde, look at this small part. In the video you can see how the green-haired man hugs the pink girl and a red light covers them. Immediately afterward you see the destroyed robot. I can't believe it. D destroyed the robot as if it were nothing. What power? Blonde, no. What spirit? What are you saying? Blonde, he watches his entire exam. He has remarkable strength, speed and intelligence, and he didn't use his quirk until he saved that girl from the robot. He had problems with another student and this one attacked him leaving his legs injured. Blonde, and yet he went to save the girl. Amazing. I must talk to him. Uraka was heading towards that red light she saw, but when she got there she only saw a pink girl looking towards two robots. Uraka, what happened? Ashido, a green-haired boy saved me. I wanted to thank him, but he wouldn't tell me my name. Uraka, green-haired? I think I know him. Ashido, could you tell me his name? Please. Uraka, why? Ashido, I need to know his name so I can thank him properly. Uraka, Izuku Midoriya. In a room was a green-haired man lying on an elegant bed, he only had his pants on. Izuku, where? Wow, you finally woke up. Izuku, I can't believe it. A deep red. Like blood, a red that makes me feel a fire inside me. Your hair is so beautiful, thank you for helping me, but, who are you? Your hair is so beautiful, thank you for helping me, but who are you? My name is Rias, Izuku. Rias what? Rias, just Rias. Anyway, it's good to finally meet you, Welsh Dragon. Bose. Izuku, Welsh Straw Dragon? Miss Rias, I don't know what you're talking about. Drag, partner, she's not human. Izuku's face changed, he stood up and stood face to face with Rias. Izuku, I am Izuku Midoriya, the new Welsh Dragon. Rias, I am a demon and I am known as the Princess of Ruin. Izuku, now that I think about it, why am I shirtless? Rias, well, Recovery's quirk didn't work on you, so I had to heal you with magic. Izuku, what kind of magic requires me to be almost naked? Rias, whatever magic I'm using requires our skin to be touching for it to work. Izuku, he said skin. He means mine and his. That means he hugged me while naked. Izuku turned bright red at the thought, making Rias wonder what was going on. Rias, well, you better get dressed. Recovery girl said she would come see you. Izuku, by the way, Rias, where is your entourage? Rias, how so? Izuku, I've studied the other factions and you devils have a servant. The redhead just lowered her head and without the green-haired man noticing she made a sad face. Rias, I don't have one, I'm an independent devil. Izuku, so you have this whole building to yourself. Rias, yes, that's right. Izuku, I know we barely know each other but could you teach me how to use magic? Rias, huh? Izuku, I've been practicing magic since I was 6 years old, but so far I can only create a sphere. Rias, yes, and a very powerful one, I saw what you did with the robot. I'll propose something, if you beat me in a game of chess I'll teach you everything you want. Izuku, I'm not very good. Both of them would play for a long time, Izuku found it hard not to fall so easily. Even Recovery Girl would arrive, but seeing the green-haired boy looking so good she didn't pay much attention to her. Rias, you give up. Izuku, sighed yes. Rias, how many are we going? Izuku, 7-0. Rias, even though you don't last long, I've had fun with you. Izuku, thanks. Even though I haven't played much ha ha ha. The redhead would start to arrange the pieces again. Rias, speaking of which, was the pink girl your girlfriend? Izuku, girlfriend? No, she's just another girl who's applying for the hero course. Rias, judging by the way she was hugging you, I thought you two knew each other. Izuku, she's not just a girl who needed help. I saw her in the rubble and couldn't help but help her. Rias, that was very brave. No, calm down. Calm down. I've been looking for you for so long and now you're so close. Izuku, I like your chess pieces. Rias, they're just like all the others. Izuku, no, these are so white you could swear they're shiny, but why is there a red rook and bishop? Rias, well, you better go rest, tomorrow we'll practice your magic. Izuku, but you said only if I beat you. Rias just smiled and pecked the green-haired boy's nose, making him blush. Izuku, okay, see you tomorrow at the park. Rias, yep, see you Midoriya. The green-haired boy would leave leaving Rias alone. She stood at the window for a while and waited for Izuku to leave. Rias, finally. I finally found you. Oh. Izuku, I like you a lot. And seeing that you have a hero spirit makes me feel so happy. Rias would be jumping around until a portal opens behind her and a white-haired woman in a maid outfit would appear. Graphia, Miss Rias, how are you? Rias, what do my parents want now? Graphia, more like your brother is looking for you. Meanwhile, a green-haired boy was walking back to his house until someone appeared. All Might, I'm here. Izuku, All Might. All Might, hello young man. Izuku, I'm a big fan of yours. In fact, because of you I want to get into UA All Might, I know that well young Midoriya. Izuku, how? All Might, I saw your exam, you surprised me a lot when I saw how despite being injured you didn't leave that girl behind. Izuku, it's not that much. It's what others would have done. All Might, it's not that much huh? But young Midoriya I want to ask you something. Izuku, are sure, tell me. All Might, I want you to be my successor. Izuku, huh? All Might, I want you to be my successor. Izuku, huh? All Might, my quirk is called One for All, in a quirk that has been passed down from generation to generation. Izuku, why me? All Might, I saw your exam at UA even though you had some serious injuries you went to save that girl. Izuku, I can't believe it. My biggest idol is telling me he wants to be my teacher. Drag, wow, it's a dream made for you. All Might, so what do you say? Do you accept? The green-haired boy looks up, sees the sky and with a look of determination raises his fist in the direction of All Might. Izuku, I will. All Might, alright young Midoriya, I see that your body is a suitable container for One for All so. He pulls out a lock of hair and gives it to him. Eat this. Izuku, it's a joke, right? All Might, no, sorry but you have to have a sample of my DNA. When Izuku was about to eat the hair he is interrupted in his thoughts. Drag, don't eat it. Izuku, why? Drag, I don't know why, but I have a feeling something bad will happen if you eat it now. Izuku, I think you're exaggerating Drag, maybe so, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Izuku, it doesn't matter. Izuku would put the hair in his mouth and make a face of disgust. All Might, well young Midoriya, I'll have to talk to you about some things, I'll see you tomorrow. When Izuku saw that All Might was gone, he pulled the hair out of his mouth. Izuku, well Drag I hope you're right. Drag, I'm telling you, partner, something tells me we should wait. Months passed and while the results for the UA were coming out, Izuku practiced a lot with Rias to control his magic. But things weren't as expected. Izuku, Drag, what's wrong? Izuku, I don't know why, but I have a sneaky suspicion that Miss Rias is hiding something from us. Drag, what do you think? Izuku, it's about what she said, that she was an independent devil. Drag, what's with that? Izuku, in a book I read that there were rogue devils who didn't have an entourage, or a clan. Drag, do you think I'm one of those? Izuku, I don't really want to but I don't think it's a good idea to let your guard down. When Izuku was going back to his house he would see an envelope under his door. Izuku, and no way. He grabbed the envelope and saw that it was from UA. Inside the envelope was a disc that played a video where they told him he was accepted. Izuku, I got in. The green-haired boy jumped with excitement. When he told his mother what happened they both celebrated his achievement. In the UA offices were two men, one with white hair and a scar on his face, the other had long, dark hair and had bandages around his neck. Vlad, how many are left to enter in the database? Ashawa, 2 more, Bakugo Katsuki, quirk, explosions can create explosions from the palms of his hands since he sweats nitroglycerin. Vlad, well, next. Ashawa, this will be a problem. Vlad, why? Ashawa, Midoriya Izuku he had more than 100 points, being the highest in the history of the UA. Vlad, did he surpass All Might? Ashawa, yes, even so we have seen the entire video of his exam repeatedly and we came to the conclusion that his quirk is unknown. You can see how Vlad makes a face of astonishment and fear at the same time, he very nervously puts Izuku's data. Quirk, unknown, power limit data, unknown. On a rainy day near the start of UA classes, a redhead and a green-haired man were standing there. Izuku was transforming a sphere he was holding into a red beam that covered his entire body, then making the beam stop at a rose that he placed in Rias's hand. Rias, well done Izuku. Izuku, thank you. Rias, Izuku. Izuku turned to where he was called and Rias would take him by the hand and pull him towards her, being face to face and both blushing. Rias, I like you. Izuku, ha, Rias, I know we haven't known each other for long but I know how I feel. Izuku, Rias, I don't know what to say about that. The redhead would look at him for a few seconds and let him go. Rias, I just wanted you to know. That's all for today, the day after tomorrow your classes start so get ready. Izuku, yes. When Rias turned around she gave Izuku a smile that made him blush. Izuku was walking back to his house and he couldn't stop thinking about what. Izuku, he liked it, drag, wow, it seems that was what he was hiding from us. Izuku, how can he like me? It's very strange og. I thought going to school would calm me down. 2 days later. Izuku was walking towards his classroom. Izuku, this is class 1A. The hell, why is the door so big? Upon entering he saw 2 students arguing, one blonde with a face that looked like the world doesn't deserve him and the other was Ida. Ida, hey, don't put your legs on the table. Bakugo, who do you think you are, ordering me around? Izuku, someone who knows how to respect unlike you. Ida, Midoriya. The blonde would stand up and look the green-haired boy in the face. Bakugo, what did you say? Wait. You're Inko's son. What are you doing here? Izuku, so you're Bakugo, I never met you, because you left, but it seems you don't know how to respect. Bakugo, regret it, damn it. I was one of the highest in the exam. Who do you think? To that a redhead accompanied by several boys would arrive in the classroom. Kirishima, wow is you. Izuku, me? Kirishima, nice to meet you, I'm Kirishima, it's a pleasure to meet the best student of this year. Izuku, thank you. Mineta, you were amazing on the exam. Toru, yes, you were amazing. Jiru, it was obvious we would see you at UA. Izuku, thanks for your compliments. Rias, I'd better get used to it. Everyone would be surprised to see who was in their classroom. Miss Rias, the most beautiful, intelligent and mysterious girl in UA. Rias, the whole school heard about you. Izuku, the strongest first-year student in UA, you surpassed even All Might. Izuku, and there's no reason to say all that. Rias, of course there is. The boys of Class A didn't know where to look, if it was the prettiest girl or the most powerful first-year student. At that Uraka and Ashido would arrive at the classroom seeing Izuku. Ashido, Midoriya. Izuku, oh I knew it. The girl would hug the green-haired boy making Rias and Uraka jealous. Izuku, I knew we would be partners. Ashido, you know my name, but you didn't tell me yours. The pink-haired girl would start crying in the green-haired boy's shoulder, he smilingly caressed the girl's hair. Izuku, excuse me, I'm Izuku. The moment would be interrupted by a man in a sleeping bag. Ashawa, wow so fast and he already got a girlfriend. Everyone, girlfriend? Ashido, his girlfriend said smiling. Ashawa, Rias you should go to your classroom. Rias, yes I'm sorry teacher Ashawa, but I need to say something quick to Izuku. She would approach the green-haired man and caress his face. Rias, see you after class for your special training. Everyone, special training. Ashawa, you can worry about that later, now it's time to change. As he said this, he pulled out some PE uniforms. Izuku was going to change calmly until some kids surrounded him and bombarded him with questions. Mineta, what kind of special training were you talking about with Miss Rias? Izuku, Kaminari, yeah, dude, what kind of stuff do you do with her? Izuku, shit, Rias, what did you get me into? Kirishima, answer me. Izuku, calm down, the thing is, she understands my quirk really well and that's why she helps me train, but there's nothing special about it. Mineta, that kind of reassures me. Izuku, why? Mineta, I'm planning on being Rias's boyfriend. Saying that made everyone serious. Mineta, my goal is to be her boyfriend. Izuku, well I wish you luck. Kaminari, well I have that goal too. Izuku, okay. I'm out of here. As Izuku walked to where Ashawa located them, Drag and Izuku would have a little talk. Drag, you seemed uncomfortable. Izuku, I don't know what you're talking about Drag, don't act like your 2 classmates just said they want to be Rias's boyfriend. Izuku, that has nothing to do with me Drag, as far as I remember, she confessed to you how she feels about you. Saying that Izuku became Sojo as a tomato, so much for that and his head was filled with doubts again. Izuku, he likes me. Why does he like me? Drag, ha 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 it's fun to see you like this. Izuku, shut up I'm already in class. Izuku would be taken out of his talk by Bakugo who passed by the green-haired boy and pushed him. Izuku, did you pass? Bakugo, shut up trash. Izuku, what's his damn problem? All the students were on the field in their PE outfits. Ashawa, okay guys, this is going to be a test to see what you can do with your quirks, Midoriya. Izuku, yes, teacher. Ashawa, take this. Giving him a baseball. How far can you throw without using your quirk? Izuku, I don't remember. Ashawa, Okay, throw it using your quirk. Izuku, okay. Izuku would get into position, he would begin to breathe to be as calm and relaxed as possible. Drag, boosts Buost Izuku giving a quick movement would throw the ball creating a great current of air. Everyone was surprised since it seemed that the ball broke the sky as it flew out. Ashawa, more impressive in person showing a number in which he recorded the distance. All, 1,000 meters. Kaminari, damn now I understand why he trains with Rias. Mineta, what power, how envious with a force like that I could conquer any girl. Ashawa, okay guys get ready that you will do the same. Ashido, this will be fun. Sato, yes, I'm very excited. Ashawa, ah yes. Okay, whoever comes in last place will be expelled. Izuku, this got interesting, he said with a defiant smile full of joy. While those were happening, Rias was in her class quietly looking at the sail until one of her classmates spoke to her. Nehire, Rias. Rias, oh Nehire, what's wrong? Nehire, I heard you went to the first year boys class, is it true? Rias, yes, why? Nehire, it's just that I heard one of the first year boys is extremely strong and I don't know if you saw him. Rias, what boy? Nehire, well the boy has green hair and eyes of the same color. Rias, she's talking about Izuku, and no I didn't see him, maybe you're wrong about him. Nehire, well. I think I'll look for him later. Rias, yes. Wait what? He returned to the first year boys. They were waiting for the results table. Uraka, congratulations on winning, Midoriya. Izuku, thanks, you passed too. Izuku would notice that Uraka had dirt on her nose and he would take the brunette's face with one hand and with the other he would remove the dirt while looking at Uraka with a smile. Uraka, eh? Izuku, is everything okay? Uraka, oh of course. Why would there be anything wrong? Izuku, it's okay. Bakugo, hey you. Izuku, yes. Izuku would get a little scared since Bakugo would come with an angry look and produce explosions. Bakugo, how is it possible that you are stronger than me? Izuku would pull Uraka behind him. Izuku, what's your problem? Bakugo, since I was a child I've been the strongest and no one could beat me. How is it possible that you, a nobody, can beat me? Ashawa, Katsuki, enough. Now to your classroom. Bakugo would stand there looking Midoriya in the eyes, the green-haired boy upon receiving the order left without seeing the blonde. Bakugo, how is it possible that someone so strong exists? The rest would be normal for the boys of Class A, until the bell rang announcing the class change. Sero, I understand that now it's time for hero classes. Momo, that's right, I wonder what we'll do. Mineta, as long as it's not like the previous activity, I'm fine. Tokoyami, the good thing was that in the end, the expulsion thing was just a lie. Izuku, in a way, it was exciting, it was like give it your all or die. Sato, for you, it was fun since you have a very strong quirk. When he said that, all the students in the class gathered around Midoriya. But Bakugo and a bicolored boy only pricked up their ears to listen to the conversation. Jiru, speaking of which, is it true that you destroyed the zero-pint robot without touching it? Kirishima, I heard that you also fought against a student. Aoyama, do you think I'm brilliant? Mineta, I heard that you saved a girl, was she hot? Izuku, I think they're exaggerating a bit. Ida, I don't think we're exaggerating since you surpassed All Might when he took his exam at the academy. Hearing that, both the bicolored boy and Bakugo made a surprised face. Bakugo/Todoroki, he surpassed All Might. At that All Might would cross the door wearing his hero suit. All Might, I felt someone calling me, I'm here. All Might, hello, All Might. All Might, hello, young heroes, today we will have combat training, so put on your suits and go out to training room 1089. All Might, okay. 10 minutes later. We're ready, Master. All Might, excellent, but one is missing. Where is young Midoriya? Izuku, here. One is missing, where is young Midoriya? Izuku, here. Izuku, sorry if I'm late. All Might, well then let's get started. The class will be about battles between heroes and villains, the villains will cover a bomb and the heroes will try to find it and catch the bomb. Ida, how will the role of hero or villain be decided? All Might, they will be divided into teams and the roles will be given later, both things will be random. And the teams are A. Bakugo and Yaoyorozu. B. Todoroki and Toru. C. Mina and Aoyama. D. Tokoyami and Tsuyu. E. Uraka and Izuku. All Might, okay, Since the first 5 teams have been decided, let's see who's in first place. Team E is the hero, and Team A is the villain. The 2 teams would go to a building chosen as the location for the test, while the other students and All Might would go to a room to watch the match. All Might, okay, young people, you have 5 minutes to agree on a plan of attack or defense. Good luck. Izuku, Uraka. We have an advantage over them, we already know each other so we can trust each other more. The young brunette would see her partner's suit, which being tight showed his well-developed muscles, which made her nervous. She would be so focused on her partner's body that she didn't realize when their time was up. All Might, begin. Izuku, fine Uraka, if we act according to the plan we'll win. I trust you. Uraka, but. Izuku, go ahead. The green-haired boy would rush into the building, Uraka would follow him. Until the green-haired boy signaled him to stop. Izuku, I think someone is coming. Both boys would put their ears against the wall, sounds could be heard that little by little were getting louder. Until a large explosion destroyed the wall where they were. Izuku, Uraka. Drag, boots. Izuku's eyes shone with a deeper green and he went through the explosion to save Uraka. Uraka, thank you. Izuku, Uraka go against Yaoyorozu, I'll entertain him. Uraka, yes. From a large cloud of smoke a blond man would emerge with a large grenade in his arms and with a superior face. Bakugo, hey. Bastard. Don't dodge me. Izuku, give up, I don't want to fight. Bakugo, me give up? The blond man would propel himself with his explosions against the boy and punch him in the stomach. However, the green-haired man would resist the blow and stop the blonde's arm. Izuku, I warned you. Izuku spun around to throw Bakugo against the wall, destroying it. Uraka would hear a loud bang, the brunette would advance to where she saw a black-haired girl. Momo, that boy is gone. I need to think of something. The brunette would hide and very stealthily got to a strategic location. Uraka, now I mustn't make too much noise until Izuku arrives. In the cameras that were recording the test, most of the students can be seen surprised by the amount of destruction there was in the part where Izuku and Bakugo were. Kirishima, so much destruction. Tokoyami, and none of them give ground. Ashido, have a good time. Izuku Todoroki, how stupid they are. Ida, why do you say that? Todoroki, they are completely destroying the ground floor of the building, count the columns and how many are there? Ida, the building will fall on them. Back to the fight. Bakugo would throw multiple explosions that would hit the green-haired boy, Izuku would retreat in pain. Drag, partner, this boy concentrated all his attacks on your stomach Izuku, yes, I'm feeling it. Bakugo, time for you to die. The blonde aimed one of his grenades at Izuku, but he would run to him and with a blow he would manage to deflect the attack upwards. Izuku, Uraka be careful. In Uraka and Yaoyorozu's room a large lightning bolt caused a hole to form in the room directly towards Izuku and Bakugo. Bakugo, hey, the round face is in that room. Uraka, I'm not round face. She shouted, coming out of hiding. Yaoyorozu, the best option is for me to go down and help Bakugo, but since you're here. The black-haired girl would create a large metal rod and stand guard. Uraka would touch a nearby box and throw it at Momo, but she would smash it with her staff. Uraka, damn, I ruined it. Izuku, I need to go up. Bakugo, where are you going, useless? Bakugo would jump towards Izuku, but the green-haired boy instead of dodging his partner ran towards him. Izuku keyed on Bakugo and doing a somersault threw the blonde out of the building through a window. Drag, boost. The green-haired boy would jump through the hole that Bakugo created and would arrive where his partner and the villain were. Uraka, give up, there's 2 of us and 1 of you. Momo, damn. Because of the gravity girl, there's not that much of a problem, but because of his quirk is very strange, a loud bang would be heard and the building would start to move sideways. Momo, the place is coming down. Izuku, Uraka takes the bomb and jumps to the building next door. Uraka, yes. The green-haired boy would make a hole that led to the building next door and signal for the 2 of them to leave. Uraka would get out without any problems, but when Momo was about to leave, a large pile of rubble would be about to fall on her. Izuku, careful. The green-haired boy would catch the rubble, but the weight caused the ground beneath them to collapse. They would both fall, but Izuku would hug Momo. Momo just watched as Izuku broke all the floors with his back taking all the damage and hitting the ground. Momo, are you okay? Bakugo, bastard, you still haven't beaten me. The green-haired boy would barely get up, You could see how his back was covered in cuts and bruises. Izuku, idiot. All Might, the hero team wins. The blonde, hearing that, looked at the green-haired boy with a lot of contained anger, but left without saying a single word. After that, all the other exams would be normal. All Might called Recovery Grill to attend to the students. Recovery, everyone is fine with you, except you. He points to Izuku. I don't know what your quirk does that won't let mine heal you. Kirishima, what quirk does he have? Recovery, I regret to say that I don't know. The school deduces the quirk of each student, but they didn't give me anything about him. Momo, so how will they cure Midoriya? Recovery, I already called Rias, she's coming here. I understand that she's the only one who can heal you. Izuku, yes. The redhead would appear, see Izuku and hug him tightly, pressing against him. Rias, I'm glad to see you're okay. Izuku, yes. Rias, let's go and take advantage of your training. Izuku, thanks for doing this. Izuku would see how his teammates Kaminari and Mineta looked at him with blood in their eyes. The next day Izuku is walking towards UA, but his face was very red and there was something on his head. Izuku, I can't believe what I just saw. I can't believe what I just saw. Drag, ha 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 ha, I always get in a good mood when you're with Rias. Flashback. Rias was walking with Izuku to Rias's building, looking a little flustered. Izuku, is something wrong? Rias, well, I'll do the same treatment as last time. Rias, I need you to take off your shirt. Izuku, why yes. This is so awkward. The green-haired boy took off his shirt, he looked at Rias, who was dressed casually, catching him off guard and making him blush slightly. He felt his face heat up, his blush deepening as he quickly looked away. Rias, don't stare so much, it's embarrassing. Izuku, sorry. The redhead placed her hands on Izuku's back and began channeling energy. The green-haired man could feel the magic running from Rias to his back, and little by little the pain in his back was healing. Izuku, that's how you healed me last time. Rias, yes, that's right. Izuku, Rias. The green-haired boy would turn around and both boys would look into each other's eyes. Their heartbeats became faster and stronger. Izuku, again. This feeling. Rias had been entranced by the green-haired boy's eyes. Rias, green like emeralds. Izuku, blue like the sky. The words between the two came out, neither of them thought what they said. Izuku grabbed a bit of Rias's hair and began to caress it. Rias just ran her hand through the boy's head. Rias, I like you. Izuku, why? Rias, since I was little I read about you, the Red Emperor Dragon. At first it was just fascination because of age, but one day I dreamed of you. Izuku, did you see me? Rias, yes, every detail of you, you hugged me and said you loved me. Izuku, Rias. Rias, I gave up several things in order to find you and be with you. The redhead caressed the boy's face, the emotion between the two was increasing and Rias would get closer to Izuku's face. Recovery, young lady Rias, are you? Both young men turned around in surprise to see the old woman in the doorway looking at them. Izuku, I can explain. End of flashback. The green-haired boy sat in his chair with his head down, avoiding looking at anyone. It wasn't until two girls came to talk to him. Ashido, Midoriya, how are you? Izuku, ah. The green-haired boy raised his head to see who was talking to him. At that Izuku would remember Rias and his nose would bleed again. Ashido, Midoriya. Uraka, Izuku. Are you okay? Izuku, why yes, it's just that my nose has been a little sensitive he. Both girls believed the green-haired boy's lie, they felt bad for him, so Uraka hugged her partner. Uraka, I hope you get better Izuku. Izuku, thank you Uraka. Ashido would hug Izuku too, pulling him into a friendly embrace. Uraka would hug Izuku tighter, pressing against him. Ashido saw this and hugged Izuku playfully, trying to match Uraka. The brunette noticed and did the same, both girls looking competitive. Momo, girls, what are you doing? When the two saw Izuku, he had a bleeding nose and was practically semi-conscious from the situation. The girls continued fighting, but Yaoyorozu tried to pull Izuku because she saw that he was in bad shape. When she pulled, the girls forgot about Izuku, and the green-haired boy flew towards Yaoyorozu. Everyone turned toward the sound of a loud thud, surprised to see Izuku accidentally landing on Yaoyorozu. Momo, this. Midoriya. Izuku would raise his face and both boys were looking into each other's eyes. The black-haired girl would turn red when she saw Izuku in the eyes. Izuku on the other hand was very blushing, he had not realized that his partner was very beautiful. Mineta, Midoriya. Izuku, Yaoyorozu. I'm so sorry, said the green-haired boy, standing up and extending his hand in the direction of his partner. Momo, why yes. That's where Ashawa comes in. Ashawa, okay students, put on your hero costumes, today we're going to a special place. After about 20 minutes the kids arrived at the USJ, a place for rescue classes, where there are several catastrophe situations, shipwreck, earthquake, volcanic eruptions, thunderstorms, etc. Upon their arrival, they would be greeted by the rescue hero 13. 13, good morning, young people, I'm 13. Today I will teach you everything you need to know about rescue situations. Ashawa, he and All Might will teach you all that. Izuku, and All Might? Ashawa, we don't know, we'll have to start without him. 13, okay, guys, I know fighting villains is exciting, but a hero's activities aren't limited to that. The important thing is to stay aware of your quirk. Uraka, how does that relate? 13, it's to see if the situation is favorable to be able to use your quirk. For example, young Bakugo shouldn't help if the situation is a gas leak. Izuku, he never helps. Bakugo, what did you say, stupid? Ashawa, stop. A loud bang was heard in the center of the USJ and a group of men emerged from a dark hole that had formed. Okay, future heroes, time to die. Ashawa, intruders 13, take the children to A. I don't think so. I introduce myself, I'm Kurogiri, and I'll be in charge of torturing them to death. The students froze, and Kurogiri would take advantage of this to absorb and send the students all over the USJ. The green-haired boy remained immersed in his thoughts until he heard Dryag. Dryag, move, buddy. The green-haired boy hit the ground and grabbed onto the hole he created. Most of the students were consumed by Kurogiri. Ashido, Midoriya. Uraka, Izuku. Izuku would see both girls being attracted by Kurogiri. The green-haired boy would break free and would try to catch the girls, but he only reached Uraka. Ashido, Midoriya, help me. Izuku, Ashido. The pink girl would be absorbed and disappear. Other students would do the same as Izuku and take a classmate, while being consumed by Kurogiri's portal. Izuku, I'll come for you, I promise. Kurogiri, you'll go somewhere else. The green-haired boy would throw Uraka to his companions and would be transported somewhere else. Izuku, Ugh. Where am I? The boy would look around and see that he was in some kind of city. Midoriya got up and would start wandering around the place. Izuku, I have to get to my teammates and... Ashido, I'm going to find you. Is anyone there? The green-haired boy would follow the voice and would meet Yaoyorozu. Izuku, you shouldn't call someone like that, they might catch you. Yaoyorozu, I'm sorry. Izuku, do you know if there's anyone else around? Yaoyorozu, no, I saw some of our other teammates fall, but I didn't see anyone nearby. The two would start walking for a while, they would hear some villains approaching. Izuku, do you have any ideas? Yaoyorozu, me. Why? Izuku, you're the smartest, it's obvious I can trust you. The black-haired girl blushed a little and saw that the building they were on could fall. Yaoyorozu, I have one, listen. After a while Izuku would get close to the villains and get their attention. The boy would punch one in the face and run away, leading them to a building. Villain, damn kid. Izuku, he may be cursed but... The boy would go under a car and Yaoyorozu would pull a rope, causing a cave-in and trapping the villains in the rubble. Izuku, we're smarter. Okay, so where to next? Yaoyorozu, it's best to try and get to another area and find more teammates. The good thing about us is that they don't know what our quirks are, so they won't attack us so confidently. Izuku would pass by his teammate. Izuku, see, that's why I trust you. Both boys would move through the city, avoiding noise so as not to attract attention. The boys would be near the scene of the thunderstorm, but they would hear a voice that cheered them both. Ashido, guys. The green-haired boy became excited and ran to his companion, whom he already considered a friend. Izuku, Ashido. Yaoyorozu would follow her partner, she was also happy to see another of her own, but footsteps would be heard. Yaoyorozu, Midoriya, wait, I think. A type of huge, muscular, black crow would come out of a building. The monster ran towards Izuku and would give him a strong blow, sending him to a building. Izuku, that thing is strong. The green-haired man would see if there was another villain. Luckily for them there was only that thing, Ashido, Yaoyorozu and him. The green-haired man ran towards the beast and would kick him in the face, but this had no effect. The monster gave Izuku another blow and he would crash to the ground. Yaoyorozu met up with Ashido and they both watched as Izuku was hit. The pink-haired girl went to help her companion, threw acid at his leg, but saw it regenerate. The monster tried to hit Ashido, but Izuku got in the way, taking the full brunt of the blow. Ashido, Midoriya. Izuku, back off. The green-haired boy would receive another blow, but this one he sent towards the girls. Momo and Ashido would receive the boy, they would see how hurt he was. Yaoyorozu, Midoriya, we must escape. Ashido, yes, we can't do anything against him. Izuku, no. I haven't tried anything yet. The green-haired boy would run towards the beast, Izuku would take out his boosted gear, the pink-haired girl would see this and remind him of his exam. When both fists collided, a large sonic wave was created. Drag, boost boost. Izuku threw the beast away from them. Yaoyorozu, Midoriya, how? Izuku, never mind, that thing comes, run. The beast would return to where the students were. Izuku would see this and prepared to fight the monster. Izuku could only hit the beast with his left arm, since with his normal arm it didn't do much to him. Yaoyorozu, what is that thing? Ashido, I don't know, I threw acid at it and it regenerated. Yaoyorozu, I wasn't referring to the monster. Ashido, then? Yaoyorozu, I'm talking about the thing on Izuku's arm. Ashido, that is a glove, I use that when I save myself. Yaoyorozu, I've heard of that, but still. Izuku threw another punch at the black beast, then he gave another to its knee, making the monster be at Izuku's height. Drag, buost. The green-haired man would give another punch to the beast, sending it far away. Izuku, good, that will keep him away for a few moments. Ashido, that was amazing. Yaoyorozu, what is that? Izuku, I'll explain later. Everything seemed calm, but the monster would reappear and try to attack the girls. Izuku got in the way and the crow's fingers pierced the green-haired boy's abdomen. The girls would make faces of terror when they saw how the blood came out of their companion's body. Izuku, go away. Cough. The crow used his other hand and tried to reach the girls, but the green-haired boy headbutted him to get his attention. The green-haired boy would repeatedly hit the monster's face with his glove, but it now had no effect. The monster took Izuku's glove and squeezed it, destroying it, but a cannon was heard hitting the crow full. Izuku, chi. Cass. Yaoyorozu, Midoriya, you'll be fine.